Hi everyone, 大家好, this is Jingwei, and today I'll be doing a guide for Guna, our most awaited unit. Okay, but before I start on the guide, I have a small message for everyone. I won't be yapping, so, you know. So, thank you to all my subscribers and viewers. I have finally hit 1k subs. Woo! Okay, it may not seem like a lot, but it definitely means a lot to me. So I started making content for Pixel Heroes for the sake of helping global players as a experienced player on the Chinese server. I also wanted to test how far I could go with making content, as it is my first time doing something like this. So far, I've had a really good experience with the Pixel Heroes community, where most of the players are very nice and friendly, like Warp, Sir Kelp, and others. The staff in the game are also really nice, like C, Marcus, and Sugar. They are all very receptive to players' feedback and always try to help us. Also, thank you to all the viewers who are always leaving nice comments. I read them and they mean a lot to me, so thank you. I will also try my best to reply to any queries you guys have. Okay, final thank you to all my audiences for watching and subscribing. Okay, I hope I will not disappoint any of you. Okay, that's done. So now let's start on the Guna guide. So first, let's go over her basic information. So Guna is a dark unit and she deals physical damage. So she is from the assault role. Okay, and for global, she will be the first true limited character in the game. So for those of you guys who do not know what true limited is, let me explain. So over here in the catalog, okay, and in the Chinese server catalog, we can see some units with the red color stamp, and on the stamp it says 活动制定, which translates to event limited. I gave them the title true limited because, you know, I just felt that it was more befitting. But anyway, a true limited unit just means that they are only available through event summon banners, so they will not be added into faction shop. So for example, the twins Gemini and Adley, they are examples of standard limited units, and and after some time they will be added into faction summon. And you can, over here you can see we have Adley, Gemini, you know, and we can purchase their copies in the shop over here. So they are called standard limited. But for true limited units such as Guna, they will only be available through summon banners, so you cannot buy their copies or summon them. The only way to get them is through the summon banner. Don't worry about not getting too much copies. Okay, don't worry about getting copies because the summon banners will always come back. So they will come back every once in a while, and it is entirely possible for free-to-plays to get, you know, many copies with them. So I'm one example. I am a low spender and I definitely will not spend on banners. So you could count me you could count me as a free to play, I guess, but I'm not. Okay, but either way, I have managed to get up to 11 stars with an extra copy here, all through pulling from gems only. And I also have missed quite some summons, so it's definitely possible. Okay, so that is what a true limiter is. So now let's go through Guna's skill description. Okay, so here are her skills. Let's go through her skill 1. So for her skill 1, she will deal, okay, before she starts her first attack, she will apply this debuff called Dark Prison on the opposing enemy in the same position as her. Then she will deal a single target damage with the multiplier with inbuilt defense ignore, and then she will have a 50% chance to inflict plague and defense reduction. So after the single target hit, there will be a follow-up AoE attack on the entire team. So for the actual description, you can just read here. I can't read everything because it will take too long. Okay, so this is her first skill, which is quite good because she has 2 different forms of attack, which makes her very strong. Okay, the main thing about her rage skill is that at level 2, which is at 6 stars, there is a 50% chance to reduce the opponent's rage, reduce the opponent's energy by 30. So that's like her main selling point. She can reduce the enemy's rage. Okay, now let's move on to her second skill. So for her second skill, similarly to Alcade, at the start of the match, she will deal an AoE burst to the opposing team. From that burst, she will convert 30% of the total damage dealt into a shield for your entire team, which will last for 2 turns. After that burst, she will also apply a negative domain to the enemy, which is called Poison Haze. So yeah, she will be the second unit in global to have a domain. The first is that Bluebell girl. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Okay, next one for her skill tree. There will just be the basic stat upgrade, and there's the additional thing of whenever Guna uses her normal attack or rage skill, there is a 60% chance of converting a random buff on the targeted enemy into plague, while also adding 1 stack of destruction might, which is a buff. Also, for each stack of plague on the enemy, the final damage dealt is increased by 5%, so maximum of 25% increase in damage. So if the enemy has 5 stacks of plague on them, then Guna will then deal 25% more damage to them. Okay, very simple. So now her last skill. Very similar to Chen, when HP falls below 50%, Guna will enter the Fallen Demon God state, where she will clear all debuffs. Okay, it should be clear all negative statuses. So upon entering this state, she will also remove any CC on her, and she will also gain 20% of max HP. Upon entering this state, she will apply a buff for all dark units on the team. In this state, she also has a 30% increase in attack and a 20% increase in damage reduction. So those are all her skills. Okay, so now let me do a skills demonstration. So I actually have a shorts posted where I show all of her skills demonstration, including the Poison Haze and the transformation. So let's just do a brief demonstration right now. So this is the burst, and as you can see, after the burst, she has this blue shield on. It is the shield from the second skill. And just to be clear, this shield is independent from the protection emblem. So this shield can also stack together with the protection emblem. Okay, so now I want to explain her rage skill more in depth, more specifically the Dark Prison debuff. Okay, so let's first find a suitable enemy. Okay, wrong one. Okay, so now so Dark Prison is inflicted on the opposing enemy in the same position as her. So when we take into account this setting, right, the one directly opposite to Guna is Qingluan, because they are in the same position, but opposite. You guys know symmetry, right? Okay, so yeah, so the one directly opposite to Guna is Qingluan. So Dark Prison will be afflicted on Qingluan. So if I move Guna up here, then the one opposing Guna will be Cynthia. So the Dark Prison will be inflicted on her instead. So very simple. Okay, so now let's talk about Dark Prison. So Dark Prison will reduce hit rate by 20%, and the targeted unit will receive 30% more damage from Guna. The enemy afflicted by Dark Prison will also not be able to be protected by Gil or Bar. So okay, let me explain hit rate first. So you can think of hit rate as accuracy. It is like the inverse of dodge. So having a lower hit rate just means that the enemy is more likely to miss the attack, so your units will have a higher chance of dodging the attack. So yeah, it's just the inverse of dodge. You guys get it? Okay, so the pause, I need to breathe. The enemy that is afflicted by Dark Prison will also not be able to be protected by Gil. So let me do a demonstration in this fight. Okay, so first let's just start. So hold on, I have to watch properly when to slow down. Let's let all these things happen first. Okay, so I think Guna will launch her burst, and then you can see that my team has the blue has like a blue and yellow shield that's flickering. So you can see that her shield and the protection shield stacks together. You guys get it? Okay, so now let's watch Guna do her thing. So she will target Qingluan because they are, as explained, Qingluan is directly opposite to Guna. Okay, so watch, okay? Okay, Mo Chen taking very long. Please hurry up. What? Why would she do that? No, okay, I'm so sorry. That was a failed demonstration because Guna got confused. Let's do another one. I don't have that much time, please. Please. Okay, let's just speed it up. Okay, so please. Anyway, I have to go to work tomorrow and like I'm so tired. I hate working. I don't want to work. Let's hope Guna does her thing now. Mo Chen always taking forever. And my Mo Chen is like flopping for some reason. So okay, so you can see, let's slow down. So you can see Dark Prison is this debuff is affected on her. And you can see how, yeah. So just now, it may have been too fast, but you can replay. But Gil did not go ahead. But Gil did not block the attack for Qingluan because she was affected by Dark Prison. So yeah, okay, that was it. That's the demonstration. That's enough. Okay. So I have to speed things up. So now let's talk about her build. That's like the most important part. So wait, I have to go into a separate document. Okay, so her build is here. So first, let's talk about the best skills to use on her emblems and patterns. So as usual, the 5 best skills to use on her are Force, Physical Combo, Piercing, Anger, and Will. So these 5 are very standard. They are very good on her. So yeah, these are all must use. So we have a final one. You can choose either Berserk or Strike. So Berserk is a crit rate increase, and it is more suitable for long fights. Strike, on the other hand, is a burst skill, so it is better for shorter fights. Yeah. So just pick what you like. Both are very good. So just use these 5 and either one of them depending on what you like. Now let's talk about the best gear set. So obviously her best gear set is the 4-piece offensive. Just use it if you can. If you can't, using the mix set is also not bad because the 4-piece set is still very RNG based. So using the mixed 2-piece is still good. So yeah, you can consider. Now let's talk about her recommended magic devices. The game just released a limited magic device which is like made for her. So yeah, but I won't talk about that. For global, try to use the Wheel of Time if possible. Wheel of Time is her best in slot. Nothing can compare to it, okay? It is the best. So if you can, keep this on her at all times. You can consider Astro Orb for more damage, but most people wouldn't use Astro Orb compared to Wheel of Time. So yeah. Okay, the reason for using Wheel of Time is that Guna can reduce enemy rage, and that's very crucial to the whole fight. So having more rage just means more skill cast, and more skill cast means more chance to reduce the opponent's rage. So reducing opponent rage can change the tide of the battle a lot. Okay, so for new players, either of these are fine. So just pick one. Yeah. Okay, now let's talk about her most notable awakening node. So all of her awakening nodes are very, very good. I just put awakening node 3 because it increases speed and it is quite achievable at level 10. But honestly, all of them are really good. I just think that node 3 is the most value for copies. Okay, done. So now my thoughts on Guna. So she is obviously the queen of single target DPS. Her Dark Prison debuff is very, very dangerous. The affected unit will almost always die because the affected unit cannot be, the damage received by the affected unit cannot be blocked by Gil. So that's already one form of defense down. So if you can position your Guna properly, basically if you can position it right opposite the opponent's DPS, then there is a high chance of killing the opponent's DPS. Then if you do that, you know, high chance of winning. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so her best teammates to use with, there's no best teammate. She is a staple in every single team. It doesn't really matter if you run all light team. Her dark units buff is just a synergistic buff, so it doesn't really matter if you have no dark units. Having her inside alone is enough. Okay, so she's you know, just that good. So just try to use her. Yeah, just try to use her. Okay, so what's next? I have to faster. Okay, what's next is my build. So this is my guna. I'm currently at 11 stars, level 280. I have berserk combo, piercing, chase is wrong. I have to change it soon, but I'm quite poor, but I will change it. And we have force and anger. I'm using the 4-piece offensive set, and I'm currently at awakening level 10. Okay, so now let's look at leaderboard guna. So over here we have the richest man alive at whatever. He's okay, so he's using the 2-piece mixed hybrid set. That's good. We have the anger combo, force, will, and piercing and berserk, and with the limited magic device. And let's look at the next one. So next one we have also the mixed set. Then we have force, piercing, combo strike, and berserk anger with the new one. And then the third guy is using 4-piece offensive set, strike, will, piercing, anger, force combo, and using a very suspicious magic device, which shouldn't be on her. So either way, you guys like get the gist of her build. Her builds are very standard, very similar. Just use the correct magic device, okay? And use the correct skills. Build the correct skills on her. Okay, so okay, I'm done with the video. So thank you for watching. Okay, wait. Final things to say. Many people have also asked me what star should they aim for guna. There's no like standard thing. I would recommend hitting 10 stars because 10 star would mean that you can unlock level 3 of her rage skill, which is very very good because her level 3 is like really good because there are a lot of extra effects. But if you can't achieve 10 star, that's fine. You can always achieve 10 star in the next banner. So just pull as much as you can. It doesn't matter if you don't have enough days to pull to reach the last PT. Just try your luck. Maybe you can get another copy. So just try to get as many copies as you can, okay? But even at 8 star, I am very very confident because 8 star is the minimum. It's like if you're unlucky, you can hit 8 stars at max. But I strongly believe that an 8 star guna will overpower every single of your DPS. I'm very confident in this. Okay, I'm sure it will be equivalent to about an 11 star, 11 star Heller, you know, just for comparison. I'm sure it'll be around that level at 8 stars. So this is how strong guna is. So, you know, just try to get more copies of her and use her. Do maximum pulls on her. Max out the pulls. I don't care, okay? Okay, end of my video. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye bye.